Welcome to the Center for Career Development workshop, Networking 101. You have heard the term networking before, and chances are it brings up images of structured events and awkward conversations. You may have even thought that networking is simply a means to an end. The good news is that networking is simply relationship building, and it's something you have been doing your whole life. In this presentation, you will learn what networking is, how you can build a network, what your network can do for you, and also how to maintain and grow your network. This will help you to position yourself for success in all aspects of your life. The definition of networking is the process or practice of building up or maintaining informal relationships, especially with people whose friendship could bring advantages, such as a job or business opportunity. Not so scary, right? One thing to keep in mind about networking is that you will want to start building your network as soon as possible. College is only 4 years, and at some point, we all seek out jobs or grad school, and you don't want to wait to have your network in place. It needs to be in place in order to benefit you when you need it. Also, statistically, it's extremely likely that you will find your next job through networking. At the CCD, there's something we refer to as the hidden job market. That means only about 20% of jobs are marketed through online job databases, such as Indeed or Career Builder. Networking can effectively help you gain access to those 80% of hidden jobs. There are two types of networking, in-person and online. Social networking can consist of various activities, such as attending networking events, going to conferences, or attending social gatherings. This allows for a more personal connection than online. Your virtual or online network allows you to maintain a larger network. The more people you know online, the larger your social media network will be. LinkedIn is the most professional social media platform. This presentation will cover in-person networking. If you are looking for more information about online networking, be sure to check out our on-demand presentation using LinkedIn in your job search. So now we know that networking is just relationship building. From here, we'll explore ways to expand your network, what role your network should play in your professional life, and how to continually market your personal brand to grow and maintain your network. If you pay attention, you will notice that you have networking opportunities that happen frequently and in settings that you find yourself in naturally. Weddings, graduation parties, and family reunions are great places to network with professionals in the working world. When you are asked things like, "What are you studying?" or "What are you planning on doing with your degree?" you must capitalize on these questions as opportunities to connect. In a few minutes, we will discuss how you can do this. While meeting someone face-to-face can be ideal for connecting with people in a meaningful way, there are also benefits to utilizing online tools to expand your network. As you meet new people in person, ensure that you are reaching out to connect with them on LinkedIn. As your LinkedIn connections grow, you will be able to expand your network and your opportunities exponentially. It's easy to get overwhelmed and nervous when meeting new people. Just remember, the more you can get the other person talking about themselves, the more they will enjoy the conversation. Since it is imperative you make a good first and lasting impression, here are some tips to remember when making in-person introductions. Introduce yourself to others, and/or sit next to someone you don't know. Initiate a handshake. Use your first and last name. Be prepared to discuss your interests, background, and goals. Find common connections or common ground that you share with others. Try to find something in common with the other person. This could be related to the town they live in, where they went to school, or what they do in their spare time. Show confidence through direct eye contact and smile. Small talk is fine to start. Let the conversation flow naturally, but try to shift the conversation to make it more meaningful. Be sure that you are not oversharing or giving too much information. Thank them for their time and use their name. Let them know it was a pleasure meeting them. Dale Carnegie, author of the most famous guide to charm ever written, once said, "The sweetest sound to a person's ear is their own name. Remember this and apply it." So now you know the basics of doing an in-person introduction. You're probably wondering what the heck you're going to talk about. Here are 5 ways to start a conversation. Ask them to tell you about their job, how they got where they are today, what they like best about their job. Is it the flexibility, the benefits? Other good questions may be, what would you change? Or what do you now know that you wish you knew when you were in my position? Telling your story, the elevator pitch. It's likely this isn't the first time you've heard the term elevator pitch. Think of an elevator pitch as your brief bio that you use to introduce yourself to other professionals. This 30-second story may include your academic background, career interests, and qualities that you possess that make you a desirable candidate. But it's not just for job searching. It will also come in handy when answering interview questions like, "Tell me about yourself," or "Why should we hire you?" You can find numerous tips and tricks as you start crafting your own pitch by visiting the pitch module found on Husky Career Prep. After you've prepared your pitch, be sure to practice and perfect it. Take a minute to think about your friends and family. Do you know anyone who's in the process of changing careers, looking for a job, or is struggling to find an internship? If you had the ability to help that person, would you? There are 2 factors that inspire you to want to help a person. You think that they are a good person who deserves an opportunity, so they're likable, and you are aware that they are looking for an opportunity. It is human nature to want to help people we like, and we tend to like people who show genuine interest in our story. These are people who maintain a positive outlook, demonstrate professionalism, and are eager to engage with us and others. As you build your professional connections, it is important to build your own likability, and they go hand in hand. It might be helpful to outline how a networking relationship can develop and to share with you some tactics for guiding your new connection into a willingness to help. Similar to the likability factor, it is important to come across as genuine. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming more interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get people interested in you. If you've seen our presentation on professional writing for the job search, you'll know that every communication counts and written ones leave a particularly lasting impression. In order to continue your relationship, follow up with the person via written correspondence. Be sure to address the person properly using their formal title, Professor, Ms., Mr., etc. Focus on professionalism, accuracy, editing, and customization. Don't overthink, brag, or focus on the irrelevant. Proofread for grammar and typos. And remember that email is not texting. It is more formal, so be sure to remember that form and formality count. Networking events and conferences tend to be the first thing people think about when they think about networking, but for many of us, those sound intimidating. Although those are excellent venues to build a professional network, let's not focus on those for the time being. For now, take advantage of all the network opportunities you have available to you right on campus. These are the easiest and most relevant right now. Develop relationships with your professors, advisors, administrators, and staff. They will prove to be powerful allies for you both now and in your future after UConn. Be sure to ask questions in class, highlighting your genuine interest in subjects, or by stopping by office hours. Remember that all campus staff and faculty have connections, and this will help you expand your network. Additionally, by joining clubs and organizations, you position yourself to meet other students who share the same interests as you and to connect with professionals in the community. Here's a sample correspondence. Dear Mr. Avery, it was a pleasure to meet you yesterday at the Lunch and Learn. It was interesting to learn that your company also specializes in wind turbine manufacturing. I had mentioned that we had wind turbines in my town when I was living in Southern California, and they have always fascinated me. If you hear of any opportunities where I could learn more about green energy manufacturing, please keep me in mind. Thank you for your time. Sincerely, Pat Reese. So let's review. Growing your professional network is a lifelong process and requires work. If you are attending an event where you have the opportunity to meet professionals in your field, try to find out who might be there and prepare. Have a clear purpose and set goals for every networking event or interaction. Think about the things that make you a great professional and incorporate them in your elevator pitch. You want to have a polished introduction ready before you need it. Husky Career Prep has great resources to help you with your elevator pitch and other networking strategies. Put yourself in a situation where you will interact with professionals, whether or not they are in your industry. Seek out individuals everywhere. You never know when you could be interviewing, so conduct yourself accordingly when interacting with others. Ask to help and find ways to get involved. Keep going to events. Always be genuine. Follow up immediately via email and use social media. And lastly, practice. The more exposure you get to networking, the better you will become. So step outside your comfort zone, recognize opportunities, and practice. Now you have all the tools to continue building your professional network. Here are some action steps you can take now. Go to on-campus events and engage with others at these events. Take some time to polish your LinkedIn profile and join the Husky Career Network. Assume that professionals might seek out your profile before you seek out theirs. This means Have a professional social media presence. Your name will be Googled. Make sure there are no surprises on the first page. And for advanced networking tips, LinkedIn consultations, or anything else career related, set up an appointment with the Center for Career Development.